Hi, my name is Ambrose. Again, welcome to the second episode of the Simplify Tech Talks. In this session, we are featuring Rock Telecom, and I'll be sharing a few scenarios of how technology can be used to safeguard our children's online activity. So, when you give your child access to a phone or a tablet or any other device that has the capability to connect to the internet, there is a whole range of possible threats that you expose the child to. Things ranging from like advertisements to things like graphic content that they could see from social media sites, to adult content, to even the things that as a parent we may overlook. Something like the child spending way too much time on the internet, on that phone or tablet, and not doing things like homework, or failing to get enough sleep because they spend the whole time using their devices. So we want to look at a few options that we've kind of carefully curated and chosen that you can actually use today as a parent to kind of control or monitor how your child uses their internet enabled device. One of the options that we will be looking at is a product from Google, or rather a tool from Google. It's called Google Family Link. This is something that as a parent you can install on your Android phone, and then it will help you monitor what activity your child is up to on their phone, on their Android phone as well. So you could be able to do things like have control over what apps they can install. Maybe you don't want them to install a certain social media app, or maybe you don't want to install certain video apps, things like that. You have also the ability to do things like control their screen time, so that you can be able to uh, e- ensure that they use that device for more productive things, and then give them breaks where they can use it for uh, more casual things like listening to music and whatnot. So it will even give you the capability to see where your device see the device's location, which can sometimes be your child's location, so you can kind of track where your child is at any one point in time. The other tool that we'll be looking at is more geared towards parents with a bit of technical background, and this is it's a tool called OpenDNS. This will help you as a parent to kind of filter what content your child can access, or any other network user at home, what content they can access over the internet, by enabling you to block certain sites like adult content, like gambling and betting and all those kinds of sites, so that you can have productive browsing or usage of the internet. Then the third and last option that we want to show you guys is a product that we are introducing to the market. This is called Vilo. So it's a home router, a home Wi-Fi device that will combine or thread the needle between these two lines, and have uh, give you the ability to control your Wi-Fi or your home network, as well as control schedule, or have a control of how much time your child can spend online, by being able to block internet access for their device and unblock at certain times of the day, as well as restrict access to certain contents and certain websites, by allowing you to block certain sites using the Vilo app that I'll be showing you briefly. Okay, so when we take a look at Google Family Link, like I said, it's just an app that you can actually install off the Google Play Store. If, of course, you're using an Android phone, I think you can also install it from the App Store if you're of the iPhone preference. So I'm just going to launch it here on my phone, and I'll be showing you some of the features that you have at your disposal as a parent who has decided to use the family link to monitor how your child uses their device. So some of the things you can do is you can be able to see what apps they have installed recently, and take action if some of the apps you did not approve, or you don't want your child using such apps. You also have a location of where the device is, which can kind of be where your child is, depending. Then you have the ability to actually lock the device. So if for any reason maybe you did not schedule screen time for a day or something, or there's a particular week where you don't expect anyone to be using the device, so you can actually click, just tap the lock here, and then your device will be locked, and it can only be unlocked by a code that you can generate. What is also nice about this is if there is need to reward your child, maybe they've done something very nicely, maybe they have finished their homework on time for a particular day, you can actually give them a bonus of X amount of minutes, maybe 20 minutes bonus, because they did something so well, and just to kind of show that you're appreciating or something of the sort. You can also do things like settings, and again control what apps they can or can't install. You can blacklist some of the apps. You can also look at what apps they currently have installed and disable any that you feel like you need disabling. Yeah. So again, this is a small kind of overview of how you can use the Google Family Link app. You need to install it from the Google Store, then use it to kind of to set up an account for your child that your phone will be able to monitor, like I've shown you, and control over what it can or can't do. So what I have here is a tablet that is for a child, and it's being controlled by a parent's account. So I'll just show you how the child actually needs the permission of a parent to install a new application. So let's say this child is trying to install maybe WhatsApp or any other, it could be any other app for that matter. So the moment they hit install in their Google Play Store app, they get hit with a notification of the need to ask their parent if it's okay to run this app. And the moment they don't have any approval, they cannot install this app. So you kind of have that granular control of what apps your child gets exposed to, and make sure that you're not they don't get exposed to things that involve any um, bad activity. Now with the Velo Wi-Fi router, what you have is what is nice about it is you've got two management options. You have an Android app or iOS app in case you're using iPhone that you can use to manage it as a parent. Then on the side of the internet service providers, you've also got a fully fledged ISP portal that can be used to manage thousands of these routers deployed anywhere. So what our interest is going to be more is on the Android or iOS app, which is what you would be using as a parent. And I'm just going to launch one here on the phone and kind of show you the interfaces. So once you launch it, it will show you how many routers you've got in your network or at home. Currently, this one has got one. You can be able to see things like how many phones or laptops are connected to the router, and if you need to take action, remove some, or maybe double check how many people are using your internet, things like that. What we are more interested in is the parental controls option, which allows you to add your child's device to the parental controls, and then be able to do things like restrict how much time they have online. So you could schedule the internet time maybe from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. if the child is at home, or maybe from 7 to 8 if they are coming back from school. And you can just also have the option to disable the internet altogether in case you need to remove it so that they can concentrate on something else. You also have the option to blacklist some websites so that they cannot be able to visit those websites, so that you have more control and in making sure that when they're using the internet, they're using it for more productive things. So you can be able to blacklist websites and services. Now, moving to the ISP bit, you've got a portal where you can manage as an ISP and see how many Velos you've deployed to the different customers, and be able to tell if they have any faults, if they are online and they are functioning well, and have visibility, so that as an ISP you can be able to troubleshoot and know that if this client's Wi-Fi is not working, it's probably because they are doing XYZ rather than thinking that it's the internet that is probably not working.